Hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 20 Week 3 BearCave games. We are back, another week of SFA action here in Season 20. As always, this is the SFA. It's an online dynasty, ran through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You can jump in anytime, claim an open team, set your playbooks, recruit in the Discord, compete in server games, and build your way to a national championship. Links are in our descriptions if you want to join, and if you want more content, you can check out patreon.com/the SFA. We're actually going to be doing more watch parties. More info on that later. We'll update. Also, things are going to be posted slow this week. I'm watching my brother's dogs because he's in Mexico. Recruits will be tomorrow night. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get BearCave results out today and that kind of stuff. So it's going to be a fun time. No, Day Night will play today. He's not actually hurt. That was a that was an in-game glitch. I guess when a player has a minor injury they leaves a game with and comes back or something, it can mess up the file. So he's not actually hurt. Yes, JC England, my king, had a 3-touchdown quarter. An absolute beast. Alright, but without further ado, folks, let's get on into it. As always, this is BearCave, so it's the 10 best games that are not game day. We'll jump in, see if it's close, watch it. If not, we'll just move on to the next one. Make sure to participate in the polls. The best way for you to earn Bobanos, so you can earn raffle tickets. And we're starting out with what theoretically is the best passing offense in the country. Oklahoma State. They have the best quarterback in the country ratings-wise, Victor Ross. And they have some of the best SFA wide receivers out there in this throwback to Stequavius Gates era. And they're facing Boston College, currently undefeated. They're looking to topple Notre Dame for that independence, that independent bid to the playoff. So who are you rocking with? Are you going with OK State, who's a 6-point favorite, or are you rocking with BC? So make sure to get those Bobanos in. Yeah, that would be my luck. But then, Dogwater, if that happens, we're just going to hand it to Archer Gammon 45 times. And I feel like you have no chance. So, nice little Sunday morning action. And, alright, let's get on into it. We jump on board with the away team. I don't see Coach Sved here. By a punter. So 2 high-powered offenses here today. If we still did over-unders, I'd be hammering the over. But wait, there is rain. So don't take betting advice from me. Looks like the rain was not in Lubbock this week. It was in Oklahoma State. I forget. Are they Stillwater? It's not Stillwater here today. Oh, I gotcha. Arvin Epps, the middle linebacker. All right, Boston College will kick it off to start the day. Here we go. Quick field goal for OK State, and that's all they've got here early. Tie game after 1. As we head to the second quarter, BC takes the lead. OK State responds. They take the lead. And, man, they're going back and forth here. It's tied at 17 at the break. 24-17. They are going bar for bar, but they miss an extra point. Doesn't matter. They add the 2-point conversion on the next touchdown. So it's a 1-score game going to the fourth quarter. BC responds. We're going to go one play at a time, see if Oklahoma State can retake the lead. They get the first down, and they do. So remember, we jump in at the 2-minute mark if it's within a score. So that's what we're going to do here. Fourth down. Can they get it? They decide to punt. What in the world is that? Boston College decided to punt. So now all Oklahoma State needs is a first down. It's Victor Ross on the keeper, and he's going to get it. Why on earth would Boston College punt? 4th and 4, 2 minutes left. You really trust the defense against this offense? Insanity. So technically they still have a chance here. Hand off. Broken tackle, and Chris Brown goes down. Nice job, Florida man. Little 7 watch streak. Let him cook. Now remember, it is raining, so the fumble could be in play here. Be very interesting to see what they do on this 4th down if they hold them. A little far for a field goal. Empty set on 3rd and 3, so they are going through the air, it seems. Watch the QB draw, as they will just let this one run on down. So 3rd and 3, game on the line for Coach Fed. It is a QB draw, and it works! Victor Ross transferred away from Texas, probably because Zaquavius Bunkersfield had the running ability, but he shows it off there to clinch the game. So that's going to be an Oklahoma State cover by 1 point. A perfect line, if I don't say so myself. 38-31. Yeah, this isn't Mills ball defense. No, sir. So Boston College will eat their first L of the season, and Oklahoma State stays undefeated. Coach Fed, he has a very particular way of building these teams when he's good. If you've noticed, elite quarterback, great wide receivers, and absolutely nothing else on the team. And it's working out for him this year. So Victor Ross, the best quarterback in the country. Not the greatest line, but still player of the game. 4 touchdowns, nothing to scoff at. Surely Tyreek Asher makes the Hall of Fame this year. Surely. So 38-31 to start the BearCave day. Of course, we get stuck in this long loop of B-roll. Make sure you guys check out Home Field Apparel, 15% off. Use code SFA A. D-Sleep, welcome in. 23 months for D-Sleep. Let them cook. All right, so Paris Holloway up to a 77, 14-27, 252 in a score. Slaughter only had 77 yards, but he did have 2 touchdowns. Not much through the air. And on defense, 10 tackles for Hines, 3 TFLs for Graham, 1 sack for Tyrone Charles, and no extracurriculars here in terms of fumbles or interceptions. Victor Ross, 284, 3 touchdowns, 59%, not the best, but let him cook. And Cedric White having a good day, 7 yards a carry. Brady Blankenship, SFA player transfer from Wyoming. And on defense, couple of TFLs, 5 total, no sacks, no picks. So a very clean game in the rain despite wet conditions. No turnovers for either side. So as always, we get our players of the game. All right, so Victor Ross, Andrew Andrews, what a name. Andrew Andrews. Reminds me of Jose, Marshall legend. So this is a OK State cover for those of you guys scoring it at home. And we move on. Next up is a surprise team this year. Oregon State. They competed very well against Illinois on Watch Party, and then they shocked the world by taking down Michigan. So can they do it again? Can they shock the world and take down Coach D-Sleep and Texas? So KJ and D-Sleep, let me know if you're here. KJ gets priority on heads kick, or heads or tails kick or receive, and D-Sleep, you guys let me know what jerseys you want if you're in chat. So this is a 16-point favorite though. 16-point favorite for Texas. So do you trust Texas or do you trust Oregon State? To get those Bobinas in. Go classics, okay. Yeah, no, I think I'm home, Dogwater. Yeah, I'm home. Let's do classics, tails and kick, playing away. Choose tails and kick. If we lose against, win. All right. Against, win. To be fair, it's hard for me to read this gauge. I don't know which one's against wind and which one isn't, and we've got rain. So I guess when it doesn't rain in Lubbock, it rains everywhere else instead. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Cam. Like, huh? He's not playing Stanford. All right, tails and kick for Coach KJ. Here we go, the Beaver versus the Longhorn. He's gonna chew on that Longhorn. And damn, here comes Oregon State. They're up 14. Kavion Combs, 21-0. Texas battling back, showing Bunkersfield RB. Kavion Combs is the real scrambler. 21-7. We head to the 4. Texas hanging in there for now. They add one more. Is Oregon State going to collapse again? They collapsed against Illinois. They had a multiple score lead in that one. Are they going to do the same thing to Texas? They're running it right down their throat, tiring out the defense, giving them that Bunkersfield RB right up the gut, and they tie the game. So 21-0 does not matter. But Oregon State has a chance to win it. Kavion Combs under center. Toss out right. He gets some room. He turns the corner. A big play. Mack with the monster run. Rob Mack. Yeah, the no-cover guys are rejoicing here as Oregon State is shocking the world here. Could be looking at a ranking if they can pull this off. Kavion Combs is going to take off. 99 speed quarterback, by the way. The ultimate scrambler. In his junior year, finally putting it together, it seems. Oh, no! Oh, ball on the ground! What is happening? Kavion Combs sacked by his own players, fumbles it, and now it's 3rd and 1,000,000. Unreal, unlucky. Combs now 3rd and 1,000,000, floats it. Okay, game on the line here. Oh, they're not going to go for it, are they? They're going to punt. Will they go for it? No, they won't. Come on, fake punt. Fake punt. So Texas gets bailed out. So last week they had to walk it off against whoever they were playing. They'll have another chance here. Bunkersfield legacy drive, throwing a pick 6. Yeah, that fumble kind of ruined the Oregon State aura. So they had a 2-score lead against Illinois and now a 3-score lead against Texas. Oregon State might be the Justin Herbert of the SFA this year as they dump this one off. And oh, look at the blocking! Finally taken down across the 50. Incredible blocking by this offense. John Ramirez takes it. Bunkersfield cooking. Across the 50 now, a minute left. All they need is a field goal. Bunkersfield, 4-man rush, floats it out wide. Oh, that could have been a pick. It's Jalen Woodsley, the SFA reject. Oh, he could have made the play of the day. What are you doing, Bunk? So now empty set. Bunkersfield, clean pocket over the middle, and broken tackle. That's Leonidas Zervos, the SFA reject. 3rd and 6 now for Texas. Clock is ticking. Not in field goal range. And no, they're just gonna let the clock run. We saw this in the watch party with Rutgers. When it's 3rd down and they're not confident in the offense, they just let it run all the way down. We saw this from Rutgers yesterday. So 3rd and 6. They do have all 3 timeouts here. Yams it left side and almost intercepted again. It's Harvey Gardana, the SFA player. So 4th down. And it looks like we have OT. Except yesterday it was Pickleman throwing a pick and then Kenzie not getting to capitalize on it. So 2 seconds left. We could see a Kavion Combs legacy throw or OT here at DKR. What a great way to kick off game day, folks. It's going to be a banger. Northwestern and Wisconsin. There goes Kavion Combs. Oh, wait, we got a face mask. Oh, D-Sleep, not like this. We're going to get an untimed down from the 35. That's Keanu Longslug, the SFA player. The IGR created by D-Sleep. So 1 untimed down from the 35. How far can Kavion Combs throw it? Combs has time, steps up, yams it deep, left-hand side into the wind, and incomplete. All right, KJ, heads or tails, offense or defense? This BearCave Classic will not stop here. So he picks tails and defense. Oh, he loses the toss. So we will see Texas on defense first. So Kavion Combs, here he comes. They were up 21-0. Can they get Cash Nichols going? They're just going to run it here with Kavion. He escapes up the gut. Oh, the linebackers thought he was cooked. He was slippery there like a comb through your hair. So now inside the 15, Maryland eye time. Hand off here to Cash Nichols. He breaks a tackle. There goes Cash. And our UI gets broken in OT early in the season, of course. So we can't see stats or anything. That's okay. I know these teams well enough. Combs in shotgun. Nichols right next to him. Has time over the middle. That's caught on the slant. He falls forward down to the inch. Not looking good for Texas here. And this has been a very fun week. This is the 5th OT game of week 3. So the big nasties out on both sides. Motion, handoff, fullback touchdown here at DKR. Oregon State takes the lead. Beautiful job there. So now the Oregon outright has a chance. I don't think anybody picked Oregon State outright. We'll see this game actually next, so not a real score there. People are saying Nick is the new James Franklin. All right, so Texas needs a touchdown to keep pace here. Bunkers field, and he misses the wide open man. He had two wide open man and split them. Man, after watching Victor Ross cut up BC, maybe Deasley made the wrong choice. Maybe he should have pushed the Mickey Mouse Heisman winner to the portal. 2nd and 10. Floats that outside. Zervos gets 4. So they got 2 plays to pick up 6 yards. I did not do any editing, Dogwater. You just haven't found it. 3rd and 6. Hand off. Up the gut. He runs over 3. Oh, baby. Ben Botello. He's back, I guess, from injury. Looked like he got injured early on in the game, and now he's running over folks. How am I supposed to know the timestamp? Hand off, Ben Botello. You do realize if I had to edit it, I'd have to re-export that video, and that would take like 3 hours on my computer. Second and 12. Bunkers field, rolls right, yams it, and oh, that could have been game! Another drop from Woodsley. Or no, that's Young this time. Oh, KJ. Third and 12. Bunkers field up the gut. Oh my! The Beavers are chomping. 4th and 19, game on the line. Texas, a 16-point favorite at home, is on the ropes. Bunkersfield, they bring the blitz. He jams it into the turf. Oregon State has done it. The upset of the season. Holy Toledo. Look at the Beavers. Bunkersfield pooped his pants in the pocket and couldn't even get the throw off. So Oregon State back-to-back beats Michigan and now Texas. And they kept it close versus Illinois. Could Oregon State be a dark horse this season? Unreal game. Congratulations, KJ. Yeah, Bunkersfield definitely had money on the Oregon State money line. 100%. It's sad that we lost all of our instant classic data. So Kavion Combs, 13 of 28, 152 and a score. They didn't even run it that well. They're just the better team today. 15 tackles for Nick Dukes. The sack for Vince Johnson there at the end. The interception was MC Falcon, the SFA freshman. Tons of deflections. Look how many possible Bunkersfield interceptions that were dropped. 7 dropped interceptions. So Bunkersfield, 17 of 31, 168, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Ben Botello, 97 yards. Bunkersfield couldn't really run it today. Nico's had the touchdown. 13 tackles, 6 TFLs for Brian Parker. He was cooking off the edge. 4 total sacks, 1 for Langston Day. 4 deflections and the fumble for Brian Parker, but they did not recover. All right, so Oregon State, 48% of you guys thought that they'd cover the spread. I don't think any of you guys thought that they would win the game outright. Congratulations, KJ. That is probably the upset of the season on BC. So Oregon State outright. Holy smokes. All right, next up, we are going to Texas A&M and Tennessee. Nick versus Mango. Nick getting a lot of flack for the 0-2 start. Not his best team he's put together in recent seasons. So Mango, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. Nick, if you're here, let me know what jerseys you want to wear. This is a who wins. So are you going with Texas A&M, or are you going with Tennessee? Get those Bobinas in. Let's see what happens. Tails and receive. So Mango wants to receive tail. Hey, I just know Pizza was molding at watching that game yesterday. All right, here we go. We live in a world where the Wisconsin Baddies have a better record than Tennessee. Ha ha! We may have lost the season 10 Citrus Bowl, but we won the war. So here we go. Does Nick start 0-3? I think this would be the first time ever that the Vols start 0-3 under Coach Nick. And for Mango, he has Julian Bexley, so who cares? Oh, he wanted to receive. Julian Bexley is a non-serious quarterback. So here we go. Zeros on the clock. And a quick strike for A&M, but Tennessee responds with 2 of their own. A&M gets a field goal as we transition to the second quarter. Tennessee with a 4-point lead. Can they finish the job? They're up 7. A&M holding in there, but cannot tie the game. They do here in the third quarter. Tennessee now, they take the lead as we go to the fourth quarter. Game on the line, another close one brewing here. Tennessee takes a 10-point lead. A&M has to get on their horse, and they do. So can John Wobbles finish the job? No, he can't. So they've got to punt it here. First down, as it's a long drive to go. Fourth down, they couldn't get it. So now they got to punt it and hope they get the stop, and they do. So here we go. A&M has their chance, down by 3. Can Julian Bexley save Christmas? Remember, week 0, they had a long touchdown to Thurl Slockbauer. But then they gave up a game-winning touchdown. There's Austin Vega, SFA player. Can't believe Rayton Mashburn is his backup. It's such nastiness. Split backs for Julian Bexley, the Baylor transfer. Bexley has time, takes off, and oh, he's tripped up from behind. Sacked by Smoked Gouda. The SFA IGR making a splash. Imagine getting sacked by a block of cheese. 3rd and 9 for Julian Bexley. Dumps it off. Oh, if you want to change that, you just have to DM me during the week. So 4th down, here they go. Can Julian Bexley say Christmas? The snap, he has time. He yams it left side. Oh, it's a catch! Terry Rogers! What a yam from Julian Bexley! So now in field goal range, but they're looking to win it. Julian Bexley with an absolute dime. Now they'll just hand it off to Austin Vega. They have timeout, so they could afford a 1 run. All right, where's Thurl Slockbauer? Bottom of the screen. Split backs, Mashburn on the field. Over the middle, that's a catch and a drop from Terry Rogers. Would have been a first down. So here we go, 3rd and 9. Trips left, it's Bexley. 3-man rush, has time, steps up, running out, and he gets hit by his own lineman and he's pissed. Oh, Bexley's so upset. He had an open man, but his offensive lineman hugged him. And they're going for it. Too far for a field goal. Bexley, 3-man rush, throws it to the flat, it's short. And that's going to be the game. Tennessee survives by no fault of their own. That was all A&M. Shooting themselves in the toe. And John wobbles his way to victory. Unbelievable way to win for the Tennessee Volunteers. They did everything to lose that game. but A&M has a Julian Bexley. So Tennessee takes it with the outright win by 3 at home. Everybody picked them. Congratulations. And folks, remember, week 3 is Battle of the Siblings. We got 3 separate sibling matchups here today. All on BearCave. So 3 games of... Jumped into a lot of these games. So long BearCave coming up. Yeah, that was a comedy of errors. You dropped the first down on 2nd down. On 3rd down, your offensive lineman ran into Bexley. And then on 4th down, you throw it to the flat. Jarkus, no matter how bad it is, I'm sure it's not as bad as Florida Man's 5 points last week. That was rough. Yeah, this is not a good week for BC bettors. This has not been good so far. So 27-24, Bexley goes 30 of 54, 372 scores. Vega had 58 yards and a tutty. Terry Rogers had a good day. Thurl only had 4 catches. Daniel Chandler, 4 TFLs. Four deflections and no fumbles. And for Coach Nick, John Wobbles, Flavors threw a pass, but 216 and a score. John Flavors had a decent day, running 4 yards a carry. Juan Pablo Antonello had a tutty. And 3 TFLs for Hayden, 3 total sacks, no interceptions. 1 deflection, and the fumble for Smoked Gouda. He had a good day. It was like 5 yards short. 6 or 7 maybe. 6-7, 6-7. All right, so that's a Tennessee outright. As we move on. So next up is Illinois and Army. Brother versus brother. So Coach Cam, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive, and what jerseys you want. This is a 5-point favorite for Illinois. Heads and receive. Cam is receiving head from his brother. What? What? I'm sorry. All right. Illinois versus Army. Here we go. Fire versus Cam. The bowling has to stop. Can Illinois, they're undefeated. Only because Scotty Bean is in an advisory role this year. That's the only reason they're undefeated. Not because he's off the team, because he's in the skybox up there calling the plays. All right, heads and receive. He does receive head. So here we go. The Fightin' Bean RBs start out 7-0. Can Army fight back? They get 3 points. They get 6 points. They're loving the field goals. They were doing this last time they're on BC in week 0. They were just kicking a million field goals. And now nothing doing in the second quarter. So 6-7 as we go to the second half. And nothing in the third quarter. A defensive masterclass. The Army taking care of Malik Phillips, it seems. And now we're just going to go one play at a time here. Oh my goodness. And I think Illinois might have a quarterback. Yeah, DeLuca is in, so Van Lawford is dead. Lawford is out. That's why they only have 7 points. So the brother versus brother game is just the nastiest game of all time. 6-7, and here comes Army. Can they find a way? No, they can't. They're going to punt it again. Oh my God, this is horrific. Can Army get another stop here? So 1st and 15. Army needs a stop here in the Brother Bowl. 7-6. This is a game right out of like 1904. The backup quarterback's in. Throws it to the fullback. He loses more yards. Chris DeLuca. Phillips is out too. What is happening to Cam? Oh no. Cam putting in all the backups here, trying to flex on Army. This game is insane. This BearCave is insane. What is happening today? 3rd and 17. No quarterback, no running back. Illinois may just have to do this on defense. He yams it deep right side and almost intercepted, looking for Otter Stratton. So now Army will get their chance. This has been incredible. Illinois on the ropes by no fault of their own. They score on the opening possession. They haven't scored since. Army had 2 field goals in the first quarter, have done nothing since. It's like the AFC Championship. All right, can Army get it done? Gable Glazer, the SFA player at running back. Can Coach Firedogs take down his brother? Kerr dumps that one off, and it's a catch by Jeff James, the transfer from Notre Dame.
That brings up 2nd and 13.
But going backwards not going to help you at all. There goes Kerr. He does have speed, and he's going to get the first. No, he gets hit hard. Big hit by Wilkerson. It'll be 3rd and inches as the clock continues to move. Army can have the upset of a lifetime here tonight. The toss out to Glazer, and he's going to get the first down. A.J. Phillips, I mean. Glazer's the other slot back. Minute left. Kerr has time. Yams it deep. The floaty almost intercepted by Rashimi Farmer, the SFA player. What is with all the SFA players dropping picks today? As Kerr is at a 33% completion percentage, well below the Concepcion line. Kerr again. He evades, yams it left side. That's a catch. Aaron Gibson for 2. 3rd and 8. This has not been an inspiring attempt here. So Matt Kerr. Oh no, now they're doing the thing. You're down by 1. Not like this. Snap the ball. Oh man. 3rd down. Army is falling apart here. Dumps that off. It's a catch. And he goes out of bounds.
That's a gain of 2 on the play. That'll bring up 4th and 5.
Normally that only happens when normally that only happens when teams are leading or tied, but they're down by 1, so I'm not sure why they're doing that. Kerr has time, dumps it off, and he's gonna turn it over. So Illinois is gonna survive. It doesn't even matter. So 7-6 is going to be your final. Illinois, no cover. Nasty game for sure. Yep, for all the kids out there, 6-7, 6-7. They still have to run a real play here. Come on, run a real play. Run a real play. No. But now all of Illinois will be refreshing to see the injury report. Nasty, nasty game. Illinois survives a gross one. How is Malik Phillips? He had 159 yards before he went out, and they scored 7 points. There's no shot. DeLuca's a 66 overall. That's crazy. You should recruit a backup, bud. Insane luck from Illinois here today. 7 points is all they needed. 6-7, 6-7. Ah, so this was a user this was a user error, Cam. That's why. So beautiful, look at that. All in the first quarter. I've never seen such a pretty score summary. Hilarious. So Lawford had 203 yards before he left. Malik Phillips, 33 for 159 and a score. This is disgusting. Xavier Rankins had 6. Look at Caruso get 2. No sacks. No interceptions. A lot of deflections. The fumble for Donnie Dishes, and he recovered. And for Army, Kerr, 39% completion, not very good. Gable Glazer must have left the game as well, because I didn't see him there at the end. Yeah, a lot of injuries here. TFL's Phil Crum, they had 4 sacks, no interceptions, 4 deflections. They caused 4 fumbles. So if Illinois put the ball on the turf 4 times, who all fumbled? That's insanity. 4 fumbles. Oh, Malik Phillips putting the ball on the turf over and over. That's your Heisman? Your Heisman can't even score more than 7 points in a game. Malik Phillips, he's probably still going to be fine. I don't know how much fumbles hurt. But, hey, kicker is the player of the game there. Walker Trapp, SFA guy. Beautiful job. So, Illinois with the no cover. All right, we move on this ridiculous BearCave. The next brother versus brother, we got Wind versus Haydoon. So Stanford, a 13-point favorite. Wind, if you're here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. And what jerseys you want. Haydoon, if you're here, let me know what jerseys you want. This is a 13-point favorite. Is Major Pibb gonna shock the world today? Him and T-Bone. Major Pibb and T-Bone are running the Mountain West this year. Hey, I like Boise State. T-Bone has been cooking. He's one of the receiving leaders. He's the transfer from SMU. Major Pibb now the starter. Boise State, if Fresno State does not win the Mountain West, it is going to be Boise. So this could be a future playoff matchup. You never know. All right, Wind also wants to receive head from his brother. Okay. A lot of interesting picks here going on today. Number 8 defense in the country here for Boise. So the work they've been doing on that defensive line working. Got Adler, Ruski, Conway. So here we are on the blue turf. Rashi Plum and Corey Light. Corey Light is cooking here tonight. So here we go. Oh no, quick 7-7 start. Boise State scoring at will here early. So is Stanford, and it's a tie game, but Stanford won't stop scoring. Boise 31 in the first half. No defense in sight here tonight. Stanford responds, and they take the lead. We got a high-scoring ball game. This is all the scoring that was supposed to be in the Illinois game, and a missed field goal now. Now all of a sudden, nobody wants to score here with the game on the line. It's 38-all. And, oh, here comes Boise, and they are going to have to punt. Oh, a safety! Oh, Boise hit him with a safety. They got to Quentin Sims in the end zone. You can't make this up. A safety in the brother game. They've got to get a stop, and they got to get it fast. This is their chance. The Quentin Sims in the end zone. Major Pibb. T-Bone, top of your screen. They bring the blitz. He yams an open man. Vanderhosen can't get him down. Major Pib, ice in his veins.
Man left. Four down. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike's at 59.
Major Pib. Hey, dude. Oh, he's running over linebackers. Now remember, a field goal, it's still a 5-point game, so Stanford still has their chance. It'll just require a Corey Light masterclass.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
The toss, and oh, Vanderhosen brings him down. Only 57 yards for Tim Cooper. They have not been able to run the ball today.
Tight right. Four down. Watch one. Check 59.
Third and 14 here for Boise, here at home. Has the time, yams it open, man, again! He has a line to the end zone, down inside the 5. It's Scott Texas, the SFA tight end.
That makes it first and goal.
Oh, baby.
Watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
And now, Boise can just sit on it here. Stanford has to let them score. What in the world? Is Boise gonna pull it off? Touchdown, Boise! In a first, or in an extra point, we'll send this to 2 scores. What a drive from Boise State. They're up 9 at home. The safety was killer. So 2 scores, we have to go back to the sim here. And a fumble! Chucky Clapper recovers! And that's gonna be the football game. DeQuinton Sims gets hit by a safety, and then he puts it on the turf. So the sibling games have been nothing short of classics. And we've also had 2 10-plus point underdogs win outright today. What a ridiculous BearCave we have today, folks. Oregon State outright, Boise outright. What next? Major Pib, baby. 47-38. Dexis just leaves Vanderhosen in the dust. And Tim Cooper just brings it home. So Stanford now 1-2. And Tennessee 1-2. Florida's 1-2. What is happening? All right. Crazy change of events here in this new decade. Stanford had a returned punt. DeQuinton Sims just going crazy. T-bone. Corey Light, 259 and 2 scores. DeQuinton Sims had 185 and 2 touchdowns, but he fumbled it. 10 tackles for Schneider. 4 TFLs for Hobbs. He had the sack. No interceptions. 2 deflections. Fumble for Sackville. Major Pib cooked 454 tutties. They could not run the ball. T-bone over 100 yards again. Chucky Clapper cooked. 4 TFLs for Curtis Conway. No interceptions. 3 deflections, and Chucky Clapper and Adler Ruski both got fumbles. So fumbles dominating BearCave today. Just unreal. Unreal start to this stream. This is a Boise outright victory. Man, I thought last week's BearCave scores were bad. We averaged like 14 points. This week's are going to be atrocious. All right, here we go. So we continue on. So now, oh no. This is the game that got put on BearCave from the Patreon members, and it's a 13-point favorite. Iowa not like this. Here come the spoiler makers. Elvis, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. Do you think Iowa's gonna save the day, or are the spoiler makers gonna do it? Takario Ferret, Sid Huckins, Tremor. Elvis, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. Will the spoiler makers get it done tonight? Yeah, it's going to be a wonderful season, Pizza. Everyone's bad, and we have a 24-team playoff. What could go wrong? So here we go. Purdue, a 13-point underdog against Iowa. Here in front of the cancer patients. What could go wrong? I don't see Elvis. We're going to go heads and kick. Somebody should get money on that cover immediately. It's only 10. It's some great value there. Here we go. Iowa, Purdue scores. Oh no, not like this. Not like this. What are we doing today? This is not the day to be on BearCave. 7-7. Purdue takes the lead because of course they do. Iowa respond. Purdue! Purdue has the lead. Purdue! We go to the fourth quarter and it's a tie game because of course it is. Come on, Jarkus. Jarkus, no. Jarkus, please. I'm on my knees. The 3-time, an interception inside the 20. Oh, no. Well, here they come. They are driving it at least, though. How did they not score off that? What is happening? 4th and 1. Oh, here we go. So Purdue has a chance to win the game. Coach Elvis, Sid Huckins, Tariq Tremor, Takario Ferret. Oh my. This is not the week to be on BearCave. All the 10-plus point favorites are pooping their pants. Hand off to Tremor. He gets the first. Tariq Tremor, the SFA player. Elvis has done a good job making this team more competitive. Sid Huckins, they bring a blitz. He dumps that off, and he's not going to get it. Craig Pruitt gets maybe one out of it. Sid Huckins having a decent day. Good blocking, yams it deep, right side, he hooks it, oh, just over the head. Fred Yates was there.
That makes it 3rd and 11.
So 3rd and 11 now. Delayed give to Tariq Tremor, he runs over a couple of men. Now the question is Purdue gonna go for it here? They have nothing to lose on the road, and they bring out the punt team. So Jarkus now has a chance. Oh, they're going to try and pin him deep here to the corner, and he can't quite get it. All right, so here comes Iowa, the number 2 team in the nation. Miguel Eller, Johnny Pippen, Kadon Tootle, and of course, Dash Dixie, reigning Heisman Trophy winner. They get it to Vandermeulen. He gets 9. Clock is ticking. They got to hurry it up. Vandermeulen kind of cooking today. 6 for 106. So Eller now, they hurry it up. Oh, sweet, 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 sweet Jesus. What are they doing? Why? Running clock? Check, check. Here we go. Miguel Eller. Yams it deep left side. And it is almost caught.
Number 87, the intended receiver on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 1.
So 3rd and 1, empty set. Miguel Eller dumps that off. It's caught. 1st down. But it looks like we might have overtime brewing. First and 10, 11 seconds left. And it's a sack on Miguel Eller. So we're going to be going to OT here in Iowa City. Number 2 team on the ropes.
4 down. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
All right, so the spoil makers here. We'll start out on defense. So 4 wide here for the Hawkeyes. Handoff dash Dixie, and he'll start with 9.
Gain of 10 yards. That'll make it 2nd
More
and
OT today.
Man left. 4 down. Check 59. Mike is 59.
2nd and inches. Motion. Quick throw. Deep drop. Miguel Eller dumps that off. Broken tackle. And 1st down for Johnny Pippin. And Pippin is hurt. Oh no. Not a good sign here for Iowa.
Tight end right. 4 down. Check 59. Mike is 59.
Remember, Purdue does have Team of the Year corner Garland Singer.
Number 33 with the run. No gain. That makes it 2nd
So
and
2nd and 10 now.
Got double tight.
Dixie has 125 and a score.
4 down. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike
Here we go. Wide 80. Wide.
And off. Dixie to the outside. He stiffies a man and caught from behind. Thought he had a chance at the end zone there.
That'll make it
So 3rd and 5. Purdue could get a stop here.
Hey, we got tight left. 4 down. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Ready. Green on
3rd and 5. Dumps that off, and they're going to get the stop.
gain of 1 yard. That makes it 4th and 4.
So Iowa has to take a field goal here. And Purdue can walk it off. This is our 6th overtime game of the week. Purdue can walk them off here.
Hey, let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here.
Sid Huckins. Hand off here to Tariq Tremor, and the defense corrals him.
That's good for a gain of 1 yard. That brings up 2nd and 9.
Welcome in JJ. This is the SFA. Online Dynasty, ran through Discord and Twitch. Sid Huckins drops back, has time, he takes off. They're trying to catch him. Broken tackle. Sid Huckins gets maybe 5 out of it. It'll be a 3rd and 4. Purdue has number 2 on the ropes in a crazy BC session. Empty set for Sid. Can the spoiler makers do it? He yams it to the end zone. Wide open man. Touchdown to Cariel Ferret. They walk off Iowa. Down goes Iowa.
27.
The third 10-plus point favorite goes down today. Purdue outright. Miguel Eller in shambles.
Thank you for attending today's ball game.
What in the world? Elvis takes down Coach Jarkis. The Spoiler Makers take down the three-time defending Big Ten champs. And now Iowa, man, kind of on the ropes heading into conference play. They won 3 straight Big Tens. Fourth not looking so likely with a loss to the Spoiler Makers. What a year so far. All right, let's get on into the next game. This is not the week to be on BearCave or game day. So now I know I'm losing. It's so over. So Purdue gets it done here. Not sure how. But Takario Ferret, the SFA freshman, finds himself all alone. Huckins, 226, 3 tutties. Tariq Tremor had 121. Remember, folks, it just takes a couple of SFA players on your team to give you the chance to compete with these types of teams. Purdue is a great example. They don't have a ton of SFA players, but they have just enough to make this possible. And for Iowa, what went wrong? Miguel Eller had 338, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Dash Dixie had 130. They looked like they were playing well, but just not enough. No sacks on the day for them. Elton Hawk had a pick. 3 deflections and no fumbles for Iowa. So number 2 goes down. Yeah, and somehow Cam wins out of all of this. That's so annoying. Cam should have lost. Sickening. Sickening that we have an undefeated Illinois. Not for long. You'll have to face us eventually this year. But Purdue with the outright victory. So this week has gone fully off the rails here. Unhinged, if you will. And now Florida State takes on Michigan. So number 1 in the country no longer feels good as Michigan, who lost to Oregon State, who appears now to be a juggernaut, is only a 6-point favorite. So Jackie Moon, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. And if you want jerseys, let me know. Both Kennelly and Jackie Moon. What jerseys you would like. Only a 6-point favorite here. Nobody having a good BearCave here today. Tails kick, traditional. Yeah, even pizza was on the ropes. What the heck? Tails kick and traditional. Alright, I don't see Kennelly here, so. I don't know how this is happening this week, but we still have 4 ridiculous games coming at you. Of course, number 1 in the nation are defending national champs. They have the cover athlete. They have all the aura. Is Michigan the one to spoil the day here at the big house? Tails and kick for Jackie Moon. So here we go. Michigan, can they respond to a crushing defeat and shock the world? Or are they just going to keel over and die? It's 14-0. Florida State not looking good here. 17-0. Michigan's got to get on the board here. Oh, Michigan. Oh, Michigan. They might get blanked. Oh, dear. Michigan. Oh, no. 24-3. It might be a splattering here. And it is. 31-3. And an interception from Kadeem Magdara. 38-3. Kennelly is wishing. Oh, 44. Let's just get to the end of the game. Okay, they scored a touchdown there at the end. 44-10 is your final, an FSU cover. And he is wishing that he never left Fresno. The grass is not greener. Elvis, you won. So a splattering here from the defending champs. So Ben Brothers, 18 of 30, 4 touchdowns. Vivek had over 100 yards. Iowa lost, yeah, so far. Jonte Tuna with 13 tackles. 4 sacks. The pick from Stetson McPeters. Yeah, your game hasn't happened yet, Blazing. Kadeem Magdara, 180 and a pick. Brent Williams. Not the best day here for Michigan. 4 TFLs for Parham. 2 sacks. No interceptions. 2 deflections. You should go watch it, Elvis, if you're here, because Takario Ferret got the game-winning walk-off. Said Huckins was cooking. So not much to look at there with Jackie Moon and Kennelly. Jackie Moon kind of owns him. Oh, we got a sub. Who was that? Keat with the gifted to Blazing. Thank you, Keat. My king, my king. The Omahags coming up here in a little bit. Another one. Bang, bang, bang. All right. So after the shocker that was last week's game day, where North Carolina just handled Iowa State, now they take on East Carolina. Cyril Axis Brow, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. As UNC is only a 4.5-point favorite here. Is East Carolina back after 1 year kind of not playing well? My culture kind of starting to crack a little bit. Year was this 6 years after I left the team. They're still ranked. Let's go. So 4.5-point favorite here. See, can Parker Towns in North Carolina continue, or is this upset-filled week gonna continue? Number 1 defense in the country, only giving up 8 points a game from East Carolina. Oh boy. As we got rain at Chapel Bill. Here we go. East Carolina wants to receive head. All right, here we go. Next quarter. UNC starts out with a 3 points. The rain kind of getting to him here. The defense playing well for East Carolina. 3-3 ball game. Defense playing well on both sides. East Carolina takes the lead. This defense is no joke. Holding Parker Towns to 3 points. They finally score. They put up 10. Okay, here come the floodgates. A 10-point lead for UNC. They finally figured out this offense, or this defense. Can East Carolina make it a game? A long drive? No, they cannot. And that's going to do it. 3-possession game. UNC will cover. And that is the game. So UNC with a cover there. All right, so after the crazy start to BC, we've kind of settled down. Hogan had 3 scores in the second half. They just, once again, they just break them down. You can't tackle them. 330 and a score. Hogan, 74 yards, 2 tackles. Tyrone Gary led the way. Jeremy Wilkerson, 11 tackles, 4 TFLs, 2 sacks, 2 interceptions for Scott Hobbs, 4 deflections, and 2 fumbles. So a lot of turnovers here for ECU. As Tyrone Moore, the freshman, didn't have his best day. DJ Davis. Newell had over 100 yards. 3 TFLs for John Jones. No interceptions, deflections, and that will do it. All right. So trying to fly through the end of BearCave here so we can get to game day. UNC with a cover. So 2 games left. Next up, it's the Omahogs taking on Coach Blazing. So the Omahogs, of course, one of the favorites of the year, number 3 in the nation, taking on Kent State, who shocked the world, defeating Notre Dame last week. So, Coach Keat, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive, and what jerseys you want. So, who are you taking in this one? 8.5-point favorite Arkansas. Or is Blazing gonna do it again? Remember, Tredarian Lyons is not injured this year. I think a lot of people have slacked off Kent State because they had the QB injury last year and kind of sputtered down the stretch. This is a very good offensive, potent offense, if you will. Who wants the whiteout? So here we go. It's Omahog time. Cam, I think Illinois Army should have been game day. I wanted to see full 60 minutes of the backups. That would have been a legendary. If we ever get a game where we know it's like third string versus third string, that would have been incredible. But so Arkansas coming all the way up to Dick's Stadium, just like Notre Dame. The athletic director here for Kent State is insane in their scheduling, getting all these top teams to come to Kent State. I would never go to the state of Ohio. So here we go. Omahogs and Golden Flashes. A quick strike for the Omahogs, and Kent State responds. They have a potent offense. This isn't a defense that is going to hold Arkansas, so they have to win the track meet here. And they are early on and not looking too hot. Down 14. They got to score for half, and they do. It's only down 7 heading into the break. Third quarter, Arkansas takes a 10-point lead. Kent State trying to score, and they do. They bring it back within 3. They could take the lead here as we head to the fourth quarter, and they do. The Omahogs are on the ropes. It's a long drive here, and it's incomplete on 4th down. So Kent State could take the lead and put a real thorn in their side here. They got to get a stop, and it's an interception from Harvey O'Dreary. The defensive lineman picks it off, saves the day for the Omahogs for now, as we'll jump in here at the 20-yard line. Harvey O'Dreary saves the day for the Omahogs. Here comes Danny Omaha. Under center, Dier Doe, and he gets stacked up. Down by 4. Tommy Pearson on the tackle. They need a score here. 20 yards away for Arkansas. Very, very unfortunate pick from Tredarian Lyons. The toss to Rado. The blocker is Mo Meals, and they get stacked up. So the run defense holds. It's Jabori Lawhorn, the SFA freshman. Third and 11. Omaha now set to throw. Drops back. Floats it. Open man. Cuts a field. Has to get to the sticks, and he's short.
Number 50 with
Damian Young can't quite stretch it. They're going to have to go for it here. So game on the line for the Omahogs. They'll throw it on 4th and inches, and it's caught! Bork Buns lays out. Very inaccurate here from Danny Omaha, not known for it. But Bork Buns bails him out. 1st and goal. Handoff. Rado up the gut, and he's to the 2. Joe Jam Jr. still on the team, the 5-star, the first 5-star to come here. Offset eye, watch the O'Meals handoff. Handoff Rado, he stays out of the end zone. Not quite. So 3rd and goal. What is the call for the Omahogs? 3 blitzer stepped in on the goal line! Kent State! Oh my God! He's gonna take it all the way! Omaha Mobiles is gonna track him down to the 2. Unbelievable! Barrett King! Barrett King has saved Christmas! What just happened? Oh my God! And I can't believe Momiels ruins the highlight. That should have been a pick 6. Who was it that I told? Oh, Pizza. See, I told you that that he had to pass it to the next guy next week. I guess it was Danny Omaha this week, who throws a pick, almost 100-yard pick 6. And there it is. Levi Cherry, the pick at the goal line. The old Russell Wilson pass. We should rename it Danny Omaha to Danny Broncos Country. Let's ride. Oh no. Cannot believe he threw a pick on the goal line. Great game. Unfortunate ending. Bork Buns saving that on 4th and 1. What a catch. So Kent State with the outright victory. This is going to be a generationally bad BearCave. Momiels tracks him down. It's like Benjamin Watson tracking down Champ Bailey in the AFC Divisional against the Patriots. Sorry, Day Night's going to have 70 on your head top, buddy. So one more game. It is the Sister Bowl. Huey versus Rosie. Let's take a look, see what happened. Insanity there. Harvey O'Dreary saves the day with a pick, only for Danny Omaha to give it right back. Rado, he had a chance on 2nd down as well to fall in, and he couldn't. Oh, just a tough loss. So 2 of the top 3 lose today. Both insanely unfortunate plays. O'Dreary gets the pick. No fumbles. Tradarian Lions, 20 of 33, 275, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Cherry had 83 yards, 2 touchdowns. Marvin Brown, 151 and a score. Crazy gutsy comeback here from the Golden Flashes, and they hold the line. And Barrett King gets a 99-yard pick 6, and he doesn't score. Unreal. Traditional Lions. That's his new nickname. Traditional Lions. What a game, man. I love when we get goal line picks. It's Martin Black. He's going all the way. Levi Cherry is your player of the game. Should have been Barrett King on the defense there, but so this is Kent State outright. We got one more game left before game day. Whew. Get your nitroglycerin pills. All right, here we go. Rosie versus Yui. Rosie, if you're here, heads or tails, kick or receive. Yui, let me know what jerseys you want. Yeah, what a fun week this has been. It has been a good week of games. Syracuse at Notre Dame. This is a 2-point spread. This is one of those weeks that, like, completely resets burnout for me. Sometimes I get burned out, and especially when I have, like, a ton of stuff scheduled and it's rough. A week like this. Oh, baby. So Notre Dame, a 2-point favorite. I've accidentally switched the pick, so don't just automatically pick Syracuse. I put the wrong team on the wrong spot. Yeah, definitely a tough going to Ohio. This is why people don't go to Ohio. Back-to-back weeks, Kent State beats Notre Dame and now Arkansas. Unreal. All right, so we'll jump into the game. Syracuse and Notre Dame, the Sister Bowl. The real question is, how far does Kent State rise? So we got the #1 offense in the country here at Syracuse, going to Notre Dame. BearCave game of the week. Notre Dame in the orange. Can Rosie take down Notre Dame again? They got Drake Dudley. They brought in River Elliott as well. A lot of hype surrounding this Syracuse program this year, and they start out with 3. But remember, no Sammy Andro as he is hurt. Notre Dame unable to score with that potent passing offense. Maybe a sophomore slump here for Rico Giraldo as it's 10-10 at the break. Quick strike for Notre Dame, and they go up 14. Notre Dame looking to take care of business here. Syracuse adds one back, keeping it close, and Notre Dame responds. So not looking like Syracuse has it. Wait a second, that was a very quick score. It's 4th down. So Syracuse will get their chance. So a chance for Syracuse to tie this game, because of course they do. So they'll have about 1:30 seconds left. All their timeouts. A nice return setup here. Danny Green to the 45. This would be an absolute massive win for Syracuse, looking to take the American. So here we go. Notre Dame already lost a tough one to Kent State. They cannot lose this one. Drops back, takes off up the gut, has room and slides. Nice job from Turner. Looks like we lost our UI. That's okay. Here we go. 2nd and 5 now. Clock is ticking across the 50. They need a touchdown. Motion man. Takes off again, and he pushes forward inside the 40. So Syracuse calls their first timeout. Another 11 yards for Turner. 3 to the left-hand side for the orange. Coach Rosie has time. They're playing contained this time. Only one rusher. It's Tank Abrams. He yams it left side to the end zone and tipped away. Dorian Lennox-Lee couldn't grab it. The Denton fatty. So 51 seconds So Notre Dame daring Turner to throw the ball here. Only rushing 1. Tight end in motion. Snap, dumps that off, pushing forward, and it's close to a first down. Mike Turner to Anthony. 3rd and inches.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
3rd and inches. Can Notre Dame get a stop? The snap for Turner. He takes off. It's contained, though, and Rambo Edges gets the sack. Or no, it's Lamar Goudry on the other side. Rambo Edges is 99. So 4th and 2. Game on the line. Another takeoff for Turner. He has to get there, and it's a turnover on downs. What a hit from Nick Zanvliet. The SFA freshman wins the game for Notre Dame. Nick Zanvliet, the freshman, coming up clutch in the Sister Bowl. Arguably the most important game of the season for Notre Dame. And that will do it. So after a tough loss to Kent State, Notre Dame gets back in the win column here. Critical one in the non-con. And that will do it. Notre Dame 31, Syracuse 24. And that's going to do it for BearCave, one of the craziest BearCaves in recent memories. We had 3 10-plus favorites lose, along with an 8.5-point favorite lose. Perhaps the most improbable BearCave result we've ever seen. I wonder what the actual odds on that, if you parlayed Oregon State outright, Boise State outright, Purdue outright, and Kent State outright. Like a 16-point underdog, 13, 13, 13, and an 8.5-point underdog. That, I wonder how much that pays out for $1. I might test that with like college basketball scores later on. So don't go anywhere, folks. We are going to preview next week's slate, and then we're going to go to game day, which is Dogwater and Northwestern taking on my own team in Wisconsin. So if you like hate watching me, this is another generational hate watch opportunity. So Mike Turner, 17 of 38, 239 and a score. He also ran it a ton. Ryan Jackson averaging 10 a carry for the running back, and they don't win. On defense, Marcelo Plug, the SFA player, had 2 sacks. Interception for Apollo Blackwell, the SFA player. No fumbles. Rico Giraldo, 27, 209, 1 touchdown. Hasn't really been all that good this year, but Micah Manners, 92 yards. Only 2 catches for Ivan Murray. Lampjaw cooking. And Nick Zanvliet. Tank Abrams dominating in the middle. Goudry had 2. No interceptions. 3 deflections. The fumble for Will Slaughter. And that will do it. So, like I said, we'll check out next week's slate. And like I said, I am watching my brother's dog this week, so I have to go back to his house like right after stream. So I'm not sure how much stuff will actually get done. Next stream will be next Saturday anyways, Saturday morning. But I know recruits will come tomorrow night at some point. So this is an ND cover. Only 7% were trusting Notre Dame. All right, so we're in the books for week 3. So up to week 4 here. What do we have in store? Rutgers and Penn State. We got the Cyhawk game. Kent State, Alabama. Kent State undefeated. Arkansas takes the L. Nebraska, Purdue. Could that be game day? Could we be getting a Purdue game day in the big 2026? Tennessee, Florida? That could be a good one. Both 1 and 2. On some just shocking records so far this year. Oregon State, Stanford, Pittsburgh. Some shocking results this year. And what's shocking, how's Poppy Showtime a leading rusher this year? I don't know. North Carolina's still undefeated. Minnesota still undefeated. Missouri, how about Mizzou? Decorian Thunder. So that'll do it for this stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, we'll be back less than 5 minutes for game day between Northwestern and Wisconsin.